Территория Бурши или Холесма?
Граница.
Граница.
Это как называется? Давид, молодец, ты держался, честно сказать.
From Dagestan to dominance, Islam Makhachev has never taken his foot off the gas. And now, with talks heating up about a potential clash with Della Maddalena, the champ has already jumped into training mode. But this isn't just another fight camp. This is Islam doing what he does best, going all in, building strength, sharpening technique, and pushing his body to the limit for whoever steps across from him next.
Тагировский апперкот, комбинация. А боковой после апперкота? А боковой после апперкота? Да, он. Вот, отлично, он похож. Да. Он назад не отходил, на месте он. Ой, хорош.
Islam doesn't wait around for a contract to start grinding. Whether there's a name set or not, he stays in motion. Early mornings start with punishing strength sessions, including heavy lifts and resistance circuits designed to keep his core locked tight and his power explosive. This isn't about getting bigger. He already weighs around 190 pounds. It's about maintaining that size while being able to cut down and still move like a featherweight.
Oh.
That size is something fighters and analysts constantly bring up. Joe Rogan, for example, has pointed out how physically imposing Islam is. His regular weight could easily put him in the welterweight division. He could comfortably fight at 170 pounds right now. Making 155 isn't just hard, it's a full-on battle. It's not surprising considering he's likely dropping 30 pounds before every fight. That kind of cut takes serious discipline, and it's exactly why his daily routine includes long runs, grueling cardio, and non-stop movement. Whether he's pounding pavement or working through footwork drills, Islam is always one step ahead.
Islam's big. I mean, he easily could be fighting at 170. It's probably torture for him to get down to 155.
Yeah.
Whenever I interview him, I'm like, how are you 155? This is so crazy.
They will show rough weight cuts for him, it seems like.
It's rough.
Yeah.
He's big. He's probably 190 plus.
Additionally, he has been incorporating heavy bag sessions that focus on raw power. There's no laziness in those strikes. Each punch, each kick carries weight. This is the same power that's turned his striking from a supporting tool into a legitimate threat. People used to think Islam was only dangerous on the ground, but not anymore. His stand-up has evolved, and the damage he can deliver with his hands and feet is proof of that progress. It's that evolution that catches Rogan's attention most. Islam has become the full package. His footwork has improved, his timing is cleaner, and his striking is no longer just functional, it's dangerous. Watching him knock out elite fighters with precise head kicks and clean counters shows just how far he's come. The technique is matched by power that feels far above his weight class. Fighters say grappling with him feels like wrestling someone far heavier. His strength isn't just physical, it's suffocating. Even during off-camp months, Islam maintains a high intensity. There's always some kind of work being done. If he's not lifting or striking, he's out running or grappling. That consistent pressure has built a base that few can match. It's also how he manages to cut down from a solid 185 or 190 pounds and still show up on fight night with full cardio, explosive movement, and the calmness of someone who knows exactly how much they've prepared.
What do you want to say before running?
Run, everybody, run.
Go, start.
When Gazelle wake up, run.
All of this, his size, his strength, his dedication, makes him such a difficult puzzle to solve. The fact that he's this big and still able to cut to lightweight shows just how disciplined and structured his training truly is. Fighters around him often say he trains like someone with a title to win, even when he already has one.
Then you have to go, all right, now I'm going to fight Islam, who's #1 pound for pound, and then that head kick.
Islam looked like Michelangelo sculpted him.
He's so big. He's so strong, so good.
What does he weigh? What does he weigh like normal? Like right now, if you called him up, what do you weigh, brother? What do you say?
I would say at least minimum like 185, 190.
Get the fuck out of here. He's 210 pounds.
No, Islam.
That guy's 250 pounds.
His strength feels like 250 pounds.
That's what I hear.
But that's the thing with them. They're always training. No matter what they're doing, they always at least run once a day or grapple.
So he's losing roughly 30 pounds to make 55?
From the start, I would say. Yeah.
He's big. That's about as big as you can get and keep doing that. That's big.
Yeah, and he's tall. He's lengthy, and he has power. Like, he could go up to 70 easily, I think.
Yeah, easily. He's got real power now on his feet, which is a new addition over the last, X amount of years. His stand-up has got...
With Jack Della Maddalena on the radar, Islam isn't leaving anything to chance. He's sculpting his game further, staying sharp in all departments. While Islam is deep in training, fighters across the sport are already weighing in on how he'd perform at welterweight. Max Holloway believes Islam will hold his own. With his strength, size, and skill set, he sees Islam adapting well to the jump up in weight. But Max also gave credit where it's due. He warned against overlooking Jack Della Maddalena. In his eyes, Jack is one of the best fighters in the world right now, and people might only realize that once he steps in with Islam. Max sees a lot of himself in Jack's quiet rise. No trash talk, just results. He sees their fight not just as a war, but as a smart, technical battle. Both are calculated, patient, and dangerous in their own ways. Max mentioned how often Jack gets called out, which suggests that the rest of the division views him as a serious threat. At the same time, Max respects Islam's position. Being #2 on the pound-for-pound list isn't an accident. It's the result of consistency, elite-level training, and that intense grind, from strength circuits and long runs to punishing pad work and grappling drills.
I just wanted to get your thoughts on Islam moving up to welterweight. And how do you think he's going to do out there?
I think he'd be fine, man. I think he'd be good, but people be sleeping on Jack, you know what I mean? And I think Jack is one of the best fighters in the world right now, and I think people is going to find out when that match happens. I don't know. I'm hearing rumors maybe October. I think it's going to be a fun fight, smart fight, but a lot of people counting out Jack for I don't know what reason. They just keep counting him out. Kind of reminds me of when I was like coming up and counting me out about certain fights. So, I mean, he is, he's the #2 pound for pound in the world right now.
As Max laid out, this fight could shift the balance in multiple divisions, but John Anik had his own angle. He pointed out that this fight is only happening because Islam vacated his lightweight title to move up, though Islam recently hinted at a possible return to 155. Anik believes if anyone deserves a shot at holding 2 belts, it's Islam. He hopes to see him return and dominate lightweight again, but admits that all depends on how he performs against Jack. If Islam wins, there might be less motivation to go back down. If he loses, that door swings back open. No matter the result, Anik says Islam remains the top pound-for-pound fighter until someone proves otherwise. As for the matchup, Anik called Jack's performance against Bilal Muhammad a statement. If that version of Jack shows up, it'll be a serious test. But if anyone can handle that kind of pressure, it's Islam. With the way he trains, from heavy striking drills to daily conditioning and grappling, he has all the tools to get it done.
I think Islam Makhachev is going to beat him. I think he's going to become the 11th double champ in UFC history.
Islam tweeted, "Keep it shiny, keep it nice for me." JDM, I mean, it was kind of like the perfect comeback. He was just like, yeah, come get it.
Keep my belt clean. Okay, so the Talking has begun, dude. That fight is set. That fight's going to take place in October, Abu Dhabi. I think we all know that. We're no longer going to get Ilya versus Islam Makhachev just now, but we are going to get a fight at 155. That's going to be Charles Oliveira, Ilya Tuporia, International Fight Week.
Now, Michael Bisping's been around the game long enough to spot a genuine threat when he sees one, and Jack Della Maddalena is that threat. He's seen Islam dominate his opponents, but he also knows that stepping up a weight class is no small thing. It's a whole different level of power, size, and danger. You're not just fighting the same fighters with a few extra pounds, you're stepping into a whole new world where every punch hits harder and every mistake costs more. Bisping was especially impressed by how Jack handled Belal Muhammad, a guy who's known for having the best cardio in MMA. Belal usually drowns his opponents in pressure, but Jack didn't just survive, he thrived. He shut down takedowns, kept landing clean shots, and made Belal look like he was fighting in slow motion at times. Bisping loved how Jack stayed calm, listened to his corner, and kept pinging Belal with sharp punches. He wasn't throwing wild shots, rather he was precise, measured, and dangerous every second of that fight. Bisping respects how Jack's game has evolved, and now he's not just a brawler, he's a smart, technical striker with solid takedown defense and fight IQ.
So Islam has vacated the belt. He's going to take on Jack Della Maddalena. Now, when he was going to fight Belal, you probably saw Dana say, if he was to fight Belal, he would have been a big favorite.
Moving up to fight Jack, the odds makers have this fight at even.
And I'm not surprised, because when you see Jack, what he did to Belal, the way that he pieced him up, the way that he stopped the takedowns, the way that he did get back to his feet when he was taken down, did it very, very technically, the way that he was pinging him, right, like his corner was asking for.
5 minutes to realize all your dreams. Let's go. Safety first, stay focused, keep pinging the
He was pinging his head off. I'm not going to say see you next Tuesday work, because YouTube will have a fit, okay?
That's fucking illegal.
But I love the work from the cornerman, and I love the boxing from Jack, and I love the takedown defense. And by the way, Belal Muhammad, best cardio in all of mixed martial arts. Jack Della Maddalena pushed him to the absolute limit. What I'm saying here is that this isn't a given for Islam Makhachev. This is a real fight, a real test. You want to move up a weight class? You want to test the waters up there? You're going to go straight in at the deep end and take on the champion? Massive opportunity. Become a 2-weight division champion. Join the likes of Conor McGregor, Daniel Cormier, Amanda Nunes, George St. Pierre, Henry Cejudo. There's a few others. Maybe there is, there isn't. Let me know in the comment section who I'm forgetting. But he wants to do that, and that's his right. And fair play to him. And we're all excited for that. But it's not guaranteed that he wins that fight. And what happens then? Does he come back down to 155?
Bisping also sees the risk in Islam's move. Sure, Islam's an incredible fighter, but moving up a weight class is a big ask. Bisping knows from experience where he's been in those situations where the jump in weight makes a huge difference. It's not just about your skill set, it's about whether your body and style can handle the extra size and power. Islam's been dominating at lightweight, but Jack brings a different kind of danger. Bisping knows that. That's why he's not just calling this a slam dunk for Islam. In his eyes, it's a real test. A fight that could easily go either way. Islam might be chasing greatness, but Jack is ready to spoil the party, and Bisping can't wait to see how it all unfolds.
María, me gustaría que me dieras una predicción de Islam Makhachev contra Jack Della Maddalena. ¿Crees que, pese a subir al welter, se va a topar con una categoría demasiado grande para él y que va a perder?
Yo creo que Islam ahora mismo, es que no lo sé, ahora está en un momento que mentalmente yo creo que está roto. Porque no creo que te venga de forma positiva el hecho de que sabes en tu interior que has abandonado una división por miedo, porque no hay ninguna otra explicación. Tú imagínate que yo hubiera abandonado peso pluma teniendo a un Max Holloway todavía que vencer en el peso, o a un contendiente que realmente se mereciera que estuviera barriendo a toda la división y que todo el mundo estuviera chillando su nombre. Pues, ¿qué te diría eso de mí? Bueno, pues no sé cómo le va a afectar a nivel mental eso en peso welter, pero no lo sé, la verdad. Ya que haga con su vida lo que quiera.
Daniel Cormier raises some key points about Islam Makhachev's move to 170 pounds. While Islam has dominated the lightweight division, stepping into welterweight brings a whole new set of challenges, especially against naturally bigger fighters like Jack Della Maddalena. Cormier points out that we haven't actually seen Islam compete at this weight before. Even though he's a large lightweight, there's a difference between cutting down from 190 and being built to carry that weight in the cage. Jack walks around with more natural size and power, and Daniel questions whether Islam's strength will hold up against someone like that. Another concern is how Islam has handled the weight change. If he was still small during International Fight Week, did he have enough time to put weight back on properly? Rushing the process could affect his speed, conditioning, or explosiveness, especially against a sharp striker like Jack. Moving up in weight isn't just about skill. It changes the way a fighter moves, absorbs shots, and delivers power. Cormier reminds us that adapting to a new weight class is about more than just mindset. It's physical. This fight for him is less about who's better and more about how well Islam adjusts to a division filled with naturally bigger athletes.
70. Lot of questions. Jack Della Maddalena is a great fight. Della Maddalena surprised me in this fight with Bilal Muhammad. Like, he just showed that he's much better than people gave him credit for. He's so well-rounded, so skilled. Makhachev, though, bigger, will have an ability to not be cutting all the weight. He'll be more full. He'll be more, like, fresh. I'm interested. I think that it'll come down to the wrestling of Islam versus Jack's takedown defense and how stingy is he going to be able to be with Islam. Because when Islam can take guys down early, they really struggle. The only time a fight even looks competitive is when they can defend takedowns and he spends large amounts of time on his feet, which he does really well too.
We want to hear your thoughts. Do you think Islam has what it takes to handle this massive challenge? Or is this a move that could backfire big time? Drop your predictions and takes in the comments below, and let's get the debate going.